There's been criticisms of your training camps in the past. How do you think this one has gone, and how does it compare to other ones that you've had?
Well, I haven't really had many training camps. Besides what I did myself, trained myself, that was the problem. But I'm a father first. I got 2 daughters, and I had to raise them, you know. So I couldn't stand to leave them because I didn't trust anybody with my kids. So I didn't leave. So therefore, I missed out on a lot of opportunity, a lot of training potential. But at the same time, I'll never give back what I got to see. I got to see them grow up, and there's nothing more important than being a dad and seeing your kids grow up because it goes fast. But now they're 10 and 12. They're old enough to communicate with me, and they understand what the heck I'm doing now. And they gave me their blessing, told me to go get ready, do whatever it takes, Daddy, win this fight. And that made the difference to me. That would make the world to me. And I've had a great training. My kids came first, and I don't have no regrets about that. But I did miss out on a lot of opportunity. But that's the way it goes. That's life.
What are their names?
Mackenzie and Morgan.
And ages?
Mackenzie's 12, and she's a elite gymnast, 6-time state champion, regional champion. And my youngest one, Morgan, she's an all-star basketball player and all-star softball player. So, you know, I'm looking forward to get back, and I'm missing out on basketball season right now. Something I'm having to learn the game.
They in Ohio now?
Yeah, they're in Ohio. And gymnastics, that's another sport. It's like I understand where women are coming from when they're watching football and they're not interested, because when you don't know what the hell's going on, it's difficult. You know, it looked like a perfect routine to me. You know, what the hell, 8'6"? I mean, what was wrong with that? You know, so, but it's great. They're my life, and you know, they gave me their blessing to come out here, and I miss them, and I'm doing this for them, no doubt about it. No, they're not going to come out. I brought them to a fight in the past, and I took a lot of heat for it, a lot of criticism, and it was a lot of added pressure, and they had a blast. I mean, it's a week that they talk highly about. They speak about it all the time. They want to come, but it's just you bring people to the fight that you want to go to war with, and I don't want to go to war with my kids, you know.
And you said that they gave you their blessing. Did they bring it up to you, like, Dad, you got to go do this, or did you kind of say
not necessarily? I told them. I just kept letting them know, Dad's got to leave soon. I got to leave soon, and you know, you can see the disappointment in their eyes, but you know. I made it clear to them that I'm not leaving them. I got to go. This is important for our future, for us. And they came around, and you know, they like I said, they gave me their blessing and said, "Go do what you got to do, Daddy. Do whatever it takes. You can win this fight." And now they've been sending me Facebook messages, and you know, it's emotional. It's emotional. So I mean, it's hard to read them because they're really. They're a lot smarter than I thought they were. They really get into me.
How long have you spent away from home and on this fight?
I've been out here for about 50 days.
50 days.
Yeah.
Which fight was it that they attended?
Fedor.
The one that was here?
Fedor here. And, you know, kind of the Japanese talked me into it.
Right.
And the Japanese wanted them sitting ringside, and a lot of people think they were sitting ringside, and I do admit that would have been incredibly stupid as a parent to have my kids sitting ringside and see something like that. But they weren't ringside, they were backstage, and I told them that they could bring them to the ring afterwards if I was okay.
Right.
And I guess and I was okay, lumped up, but I was okay. But, you know, for a second or two, it was I guess it could have been traumatic, but forced me to turn my attention from fighting back into parenting very fast.
Right.
And you know, I did. My kids are tough, and I guess I took a lot of heat from the professionals out there, but my kids aren't scarred, and you know, they're tough, and they talk highly about that week. They even came up with the idea that I didn't lose the fight, Fedor cheated. So I said because I was complaining about him grabbing the ropes, and they heard me complain a little bit about that.
Right.
So that's the only thing they took away from it is Fedor cheated. You didn't lose that. So, you know, that's good.
How many gymnastics competitions do you estimate you've watched over the years?
Well, she's been doing it since she was 2. She's 12 now, 10 years, probably about, I go watch her practice and everything, so, you know, probably about 7, 8 a year. And I'm still trying to figure out how to get this scoring down, you know. But she's a bar champion. She's a bar specialist. She's an all-around champion, but on the bar, she's just amazing. I would have liked to have sent her away to an elite Olympic-style camp, but it just didn't work out that way. We just I'm divorced, and just the communication with me and the ex-wife, it just didn't work out that way, because I really feel like she's got the potential and the ability to be an Olympian, but in gymnastics, it's something you got to start at the age of 6. So it's a little late for that, but I do anticipate her, barring any injury, she's well on her way to getting college scholarship. So that's a good thing.
Can you talk a little bit about what it means to be training over at the Tap Out Training Center?
Well, it's just great to be out here in Vegas in general, just away from all the distractions back in Columbus, and just to be able to focus 100% of my time on training, from my hotel room to the gym. I don't get bored. You know, TV, I like to read, TV, and back to the gym. Clock seems to move very fast in between workouts. I'd slow it down if I could. You know, the next one's up on me before I even know it. Tap Out's a great facility, 30,000 square foot facility, and just you know, so many good fighters in there. Just motivates you to be around so many fighters. And you got Tompkins out here. Josh Burns he's been a great conditioning coach, and Brandon Hinkle, my teammate, I brought him out here. So good camp, and you know, I'm going to stay positive, and my trainers are pleased. They're very excited, and they seem to think I'm ready to go. So I'm going to go with that.
Thank you. Real quick, last thing on the daughters. How often do you have them when you're back home?
As often as I want.
Oh, really?
You know, so it's great, but at the same time, I'm a fighter, not a mother. So, you know, like for example, I'll go home after this, and you know, I can have them every day, and that's, you know, the ex-wife wants a break, she needs a break, but at the same time, I think they feel like my job's over when I come home, and I don't have a job. But really, that's been the problem. I've taken too much time off after a fight. I've taken too much time off, and that way I'm always starting from the bottom of the hill, trying to climb back to the top. You know, my hope this time is, my hope every time is to go home and maybe take a week or two off, and then stay right on it so I don't lose the base I have, and be able to come back and take it even to a higher level.
Is that a daunting task? I mean, people talk about the age as far as fighting, but you're kind of learning to train at an older age than most people are even competing anymore.
Well, it's hard when you take such a long time off. The first 2 or 3 weeks are brutal. They're savage. They're hard. It's horrible. It's painful. But as far as the training and the learning, I'm a sponge. You know, I pick things up very, very fast, and it would have been nice to learn this 10 years ago, because I probably I would have a few more belts around my waist for sure. But like I said, I'm not gonna give up and change what I did. I got to see my girls grow up, and I know how much they love me, and that means the world to me.
Where were you training before?
Just in Columbus, you know, just in my hometown. You know, there's some great wrestlers back there. There's some gyms back there, but it's hard to go give 100%. It's hard to go train so hard, you know, and then come home. If I know I can come home, like here, I can come home and lay in the bed and recover, I'll do it. But back home, you never know when that phone's going to ring saying, can you go pick the girls up, or can you go take them here? It's just, you know, it's a stress that I don't have to worry about. You know, I love doing it. I love taking them to school. I love going to school, eating lunch with them. That's when I'm at peace. But at the same time, it doesn't make me a better fighter.